If you are not ready to have your entire life completely shift, losing your family's love that's supposed to always be there, but the reality is when that whole gay card comes out, a lot of parents do show their true colors. They show that they're not good parents.
Shout it, shout it, shout it, shout it, hey, shout it, shout it, shout it, shout it, shout it, shout it, hey.
What's up, guys? So this will be the third installment in my gay series that I've been doing. If you guys haven't already, please do subscribe and then check out my other two videos, the How I Knew I Was Gay video and the coming out story video. So, I see a couple of videos on here and they're just like, you need to come out right now and don't be ashamed, and if they don't like you, fuck them. If your parents don't agree, fuck them. And it's just like, that's not always the best advice. I just want to talk to any kid that will listen and hear why maybe coming out to your parents isn't always the most wise decision that you could be doing when you're under the age of like 17 or 18. The only thing that I ask people to do is just actually hear me out. I knew that I was gay when I was 11, and I came out to my mom when I was 15 years old. And I said in my previous video, the only time that I feel like you absolutely need to come out is when you literally, if you don't come out, you are going to self-destruct. A lot of like young kids can be like, oh, but I really do feel like I really need to tell them, I really need to get it out. But do you really though? Like, and all jokes aside, do you really truly feel like you have to come out? Like, if you don't come out, do you feel like you are literally gonna die inside? Because if you don't feel like that, I don't suggest that you come out to your parents or your guardian until you get to that point. When you're young, you're living under your parents' roof. And everybody has heard that, well, you're under my roof, you're gonna do what I say, you're gonna respect me, yada, yada, yada. This is the thing. If you know that your parents are known for being extremely homophobic, extremely anti any kind of like diversity, or if your parents are like that, then it's just like you have to really talk to yourself and ask yourself, is me coming out right now the absolute best thing for me? If you know for a fact that there is a very high chance that your parents will definitely kick you out, they will definitely disown you as their kid. If you are not ready to have your entire life completely shift, meaning losing your family's love that's supposed to always be there, but the reality is when that whole gay card comes out, a lot of parents do show their true colors. They show that they're not good parents. But if you're not ready to have your entire world shift like that, just keep it on the hush hush. And I know that most YouTubers have not gone on here and said something like this. I want to just help kids like see a bigger picture, okay? At the end of the day, you're only going to be under your parents' house for just a couple of more years, I'm assuming. I'm not saying that you have to wait until you're 18 and you're out of their house, but when you're like in middle school, just wait it out at least. Another reason why I say that is because everybody knows being gay is like a fad now. Like, it's so cool. Everybody likes to just act like they're gay. And so the reason why I say like maybe you guys should wait it out, I don't think that any 12, 13, little 14-year-old, I don't really think that they should be bouncing in the house like, Mom, Dad, guess what? Guess what? It's just like, talk to yourself. Seriously, like talk to yourself. Like, what makes you think that you're gay? Do you think that you're gay because you're attracted to your best friend? Do you think that you're gay because you've seen another girl or another guy and you're like, oh, I can appreciate their looks? Are you gay because you have been fantasizing about the same sex sexually for many years? You might have a really high chance of being gay. In all seriousness, talk to yourself. Why do I think that I'm gay? A lot of you younger people out there, you have to start thinking about your future life. Just because you think that you want to be gay right now, how about you take a minute, sit in it, close your eyes. Yeah, I can kiss a girl. I can kiss another guy. That's not what being gay is. Being gay is being able to close your eyes. 20 years from now, I see myself with a woman. I see myself getting freaking fertility drugs in order so that we can have a baby. That is what being gay is about. When you're 60 years old and all your kids are off in college and starting their life and you're still going to bed with a woman, or if you're a guy, you're going to bed with a man. That is what being gay is. And so the reason that I say that I wish that a lot more kids would just kind of take time for themselves and try to figure out, okay, what's going on with me? Do I really think that I'm gay? It doesn't even matter if your parent is super accepting or if they're not. I don't really feel like it's fair to them for you to confuse them. Because here's what I see a lot. A lot of like kids, they come out and they're like, Mom, I'm gay. You need to accept me. This is what I'm choosing to do. Da-da-da. You know, they say stuff like that. But then it's like a year later and then you guys want to go back to a guy or you want to go back to a girl. Or it's like every little thing parents pay attention to. Because it's like as you're screaming and telling them that they need to embrace your new lifestyle, and then they see you're still gushing over like Justin Bieber or somebody like that. No offense to Justin Bieber because I think he's pretty as hell. But it's just like, I don't feel like it's even fair for your parents, especially if they are the accepting kind of parents where they're trying to respect, you know, your wishes, but then you're confusing them because they're like, wait a minute, I thought that you said that you were gay. You didn't tell me that you wanted to be bi. Now what's going on? And then you're sitting there like, oh, well, I don't really know. And it's just like, this is my thing. When you're young and gay, you're confused yourself. Not necessarily about like, oh, am I confused that I like girls or boys? It's like, no, you're confused about, am I ready to tell people? Am I ready to have sex with a person of the same sex? Like, if you're super, super duper young, I don't feel like it's really fair to involve your parents into it if you yourself are still questioning a lot of shit. Because that makes them question a lot of shit. And that only furthermore enhances like the stereotype that, oh, gay people don't know what they're doing, gay people are confused. If you're not really sure, why are you telling your parents? Does that make sense? Because it doesn't make sense, guys. Do you guys know that gay teenagers like lead when it comes to kids on the street, kids in foster care? This shit's real. So if you know that your parents are OD homophobic, think about yourself. This isn't about saving them any grace. Nah, fuck them. This is about yourself. Do you want to be living in the streets? And I need everybody to like kind of pause and really take that into consideration because I hear it so much. I just would have never thought that my parents would have done this. Why? Oh, I know why. Because you're thinking that you would never do it to your kids, right? But the reality is we aren't our parents. We are not our parents. There's tons of things that we are going to do as parents that our parents didn't do right. Two completely different generation gaps, guys. The way that we are growing up, we are learning acceptance. Majority of our parents, they didn't grow up like that. There's so many gay teenagers and preteens that are on the streets in foster care, sitting there so confused because they're like, how can my parent kick me out of the house? Because you were thinking of the parent that you know. You weren't thinking of the parent that hates gay people. I've seen parents literally take away money from their kids, take away their car, stop paying for their sports, all because they decided to come out to their parent. I think we all know which one of our parents is more accepting versus the other one if we just don't have accepting parents at all. Do you ever hear your parents say racist stuff? Do you ever hear your parents say homophobic stuff? How do they feel, you know, like about politics? Like, it's things that we know but we don't try to think of, guys. But when you're putting yourself in that predicament, I really wish more young people would start to really think about stuff like that. Like, yo, am I prepared to have my entire world completely shattered, completely turned upside down? Am I prepared to have my entire family turn their back on me right now at the age of 15? Because you still need them. You need them financially. You need them, you know, mentally. You need your parents at that age. So like I said, this is not a video of me saying that, oh, you should pretend to be straight. I never said that. I'm sure somebody is going to like say something like that. I never said that. Don't ever pretend to be anybody that you're not. But the thing is, you don't have to flaunt it. Especially if you don't even know yourself, dude. The gay community actually does mean a lot to me. It's not just a word. It's not like some kind of fake fan club that a lot of young people think that it is, where we just wave rainbows around. It's like, no, we actually look out for one another. That's the best part about being gay. Because when your actual biological family turns their back on you, you're able to like meet other gay people, and we all are literally just one giant family all across the world. That is why it's so amazing to be gay. My main concern is your safety. If you feel like your parents are going to abandon you, turn their back on you, kick you out of the house, you don't have anywhere to go, I'm begging you, when you are that young, please don't come out. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You have a couple of more years stuck under a homophobic household. A couple of more years. Let that be your motivation. You guys hear what I'm saying? Let that be your motivation to get on your grind, to get a job, to start saving money. So as soon as you're able to, you can chuck them deuces. You can move out from under their house to where they can't make your life a living hell. They can't make you feel miserable about yourself. Please just be smart with it. That's all that I'm asking, guys. There are so many young gay people that they literally just lose everything. They lose everything because they decided to trust a person that they should be able to trust. So I'm just hoping that anybody that's watching this video really understands my takeaways. I don't want anybody to ever put themselves in a situation when they're at such a young age to just have their entire world shattered, because that is when the suicide happens the most. Unless you seriously feel like you're about to bust, and I mean like there has never really been any doubt in your head, you don't second guess it, you know that you are gay, you know that this is the lifestyle that you have no choice but to live. Come out, but just be smart about it, okay? But if you guys have like actual specific questions that you guys ever want to ask me, you definitely can hit me on Snapchat for a personal message. I'm always going to be here for my gay people. Shout out to, I don't really know what your name was, but there was a guy or girl that asked me, well, pretty much begged me to continue to make gay videos, and I promise you that I will not disappoint, because I feel like there's not enough guidance out here. It's like there's so many gay YouTube channels, but have they actually sat down and talked to you guys? Have they given you guys help? Like I said, being gay is a lovely thing. I love being gay. There's tons of people out there, they like to think that being gay can be cured. Even if it could, would I do the shit? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would not. Absolutely not. I would not. I would never. I love being gay. I love the community that we have. I love the fact that we all look out for one another. Subscribe to my channel. We are almost there. I want to hit 200, guys. I love you guys. I'm super excited for this journey with you guys.